Hello, Lisa Ellis, New Zealand Angel Specialist and Intuitive here, and welcome to my Angels 101 webinar. So a lot of information to share today. You obviously love angels as much as I do, which is why you're here today. So I have a lot to share, and we'll begin straight into it. Okay, so excuse me one moment while I just share my screen with you. Okay, so we're sharing the screen. Okay. Okay, so we'll begin. Just a little delay while it comes up. And for some reason, this is taking a long time. Yes. So, g'day from New Zealand. I'm Lisa Ellis, New Zealand Angel Specialist and Intuitive. And today I'm talking about transformation. Not just transformation, but how you can achieve it in your own life. You may have relationship problems, financial problems. You may have difficulty asserting yourself or with being over-assertive, or even confrontational, and this is causing you pain. Whatever your issue, and they are all very individual and unique, you are looking to change your life. Change begins within, and that is what I want to talk about today. Back at the beginning of 2007, I was living on the edge. I was spending a lot of time at the pub, and the partying was nearly every day. I had always loved angels and been intuitive, but I didn't listen to my guidance. So my decisions were mostly bad, and I was headed for destruction until I found the angels. In June 2007, I started on the spiritual path of working with angels and self-healing. A major part of my journey was attunements, being connected to spiritual energies. I had attunements for intuition, attunements for healing, attunements for angels, and a powerful connection to my higher self. I prayed, I healed myself, I called on angels, and I was as happy as a clam. After 3 months, I sat up and thought, wow, this is really working. I was happier, not so needy and insecure. I made changes in my life and cut down on the fast living that was literally killing me. Over time, I went from a crazy life of partying too hard to the intuitive, spiritually connected angel lady you know today. Now I am a registered Diana Cooper Foundation angel teacher, a registered Karuna Reiki master teacher, and a certified theta healer. My life did a complete 180 from where I had been to where I am now, and I am so happy and grateful that I found this spiritual path from bone deep pain to true happiness, all thanks to the help of the angels. So let's get down to basics. Who are the angels and how can they help you transform and change your life? The word angel comes from the Greek word angelos, which means messenger. Angels are messengers or go-betweens sent from Source or God. Those terms can mean whatever you view as the all-loving, all-powerful creator. Whenever you pray to Source, your message is transported by angels. Angels serve as a stepping stone so that our prayers are carried to Source for action. There are 7 main archangels. They are Michael, angel of protection and strength. He keeps you safe and gives you courage. Jophiel, angel of illumination and wisdom. He offers creativity and inspiration, those light bulb and aha moments. Gabriel, angel of communication. He will give you clarity and aid you with writing and communication. Raphael, angel of healing and abundance. He heals you and brings you every good thing you can imagine, including prosperity. Shamuel, angel of divine love. He brings compassion and forgiveness. Uriel, angel of peace. He resolves strife and arguments. And Zadkiel, angel of transmutation. He will help you transform negativity in your life to positivity. You can think of archangels as senior management. They direct the angels beneath them, but also have an open door policy and will act directly with you if you request their help. Angels often send signs to let you know of their arrival. You may see a feather in your path or a butterfly nearby. You may hear the lyrics to a song or read a passage in a book or on a website that answers your dilemma. A sudden ray of sunshine through the clouds or a gentle whiff of perfume or flowers. Angels are close to you at these times. Angels want to reach out and help. Just ask and they will respond. Try it. Let me give you an example. I was being bullied by a toxic workmate back in 2009. The situation was very unpleasant. One day I was sitting at my desk and his dominating actions were making me miserable. So I suddenly thought, I'll ask Archangel Michael for help. So I mentally said, Michael, please help me. The look on my workmate's face was priceless. He did a complete stop and double take as he sensed Archangel Michael step forward with his sword and shield and saying no. The rest of the day was peaceful and easy. So if you're being bullied or harassed at work, if you have toxic workmates or even management, and you dread the thought of going in every day, Archangel Michael, angel of protection and strength, will protect you and keep you safe. He'll even step in and tell the bully to back off if you ask. And you can clear negativity and toxicity by praying to Archangel Zadkiel, angel of transmutation. He will turn all that bad energy back into love. Try it. Just ask. It truly is that easy. You can also take a higher spiritual path with your problems with harassment and bullying by sending out the golden light. A few years ago, I was talking with a friend from the Solomon Islands, and he explained to me that in earlier days, problems between members of different tribes were dealt with by a visit to the local shaman or medicine man. People who were having an argument with a rival tribe would ask for a spell to be sent to hit them with a big whammy. The shaman would do this and off the spell would go. And what would the rival tribe do? As you would expect, they would visit their own shaman and have the spell sent right back at them. And on it would go, just like ping pong, back and forth, an unending stream of bad feeling and negativity with no end in sight. Revenge and hateful feelings won't fix anything. They'll just eat you alive. But if you send out the golden light, then forgiveness and healing can take place. When you're faced with a toxic workmate, just visualize a stream of golden light flowing from your heart and encasing you, them, and the whole situation. The transformation that can occur will give you a very pleasant surprise. Now I want to talk about the power of prayer. This is one of the most effective and powerful spiritual tools I know when you are working with angels. The angels cannot help us unless we ask. We must always give our permission to receive their assistance. We have free will, and it is a spiritual law that angels cannot violate that. So this is where prayer comes in. Prayer does not have to mean kneeling by the bedside with your hands pressed together unless this feels right to you. Prayer does not have to be formal and is a great tool to use every day and even on the run. You can say prayers for protection, prayers for assistance for yourself or others too, prayers for anything you can name that is in the divine highest good of all involved. Prayer has been a big part of my life since I found the angels back in 2007. It transformed my life, made it easier and more pleasant, and even kick-started my own personal and spiritual growth. I called out to the angels, they were listening, and they answered. I prayed to heal, for the angels to heal me and to cut cords. That was the very first step on my spiritual journey at that time. I used a technique called cord cutting to release negativity and negative relationships with people. People were the biggest cause of pain in my life. Difficult relationships, toxic connections, bullying and harassment. And all it took to fix it was a prayer to the angels by using the cord cutting technique. Specifically the abundance of light technique, which is based around prayer. I released a huge amount over the following 3 months, but the decision was made. This was a path I was going to follow through until I got the results I was seeking, which was freedom from pain and painful relationships. Of course, once I started and saw how wonderful and effective prayer was, well, that was just the beginning of my love affair with this spiritual tool. I pray a lot. I ask the angels for what I want and need, and they respond in the most amazing ways. For example, in the lead up to one Christmas, I asked the angels to help me financially. I simply clasped my hands together and said, "Angels, angels, angels, I need an extra $100 a week to make life comfortable. Things are a little tight, and I ask for your help in any way angelically possible. Thank you for your loving assistance in love and light." Prayer really is that simple. It's just like talking to a friend, and that's exactly what you're doing. I do it almost as a stream of consciousness. I just let the words flow, and I'm very informal and unscripted about it. You just say the name of your required angel 3 times, or if you don't know it or are addressing more than one angel, simply say angels 3 times, and the perfect ones will step forward. Then make your request. Don't be shy, ask for what you want and need. Then you give thanks and express your gratitude. And when your prayer is answered and you get what you want, you thank the angels again. This part comes very naturally, believe me. You will be so grateful for the magical ways the angels will work in your life to make it easier. I like to clasp my hands together if possible, but this is not essential. I think of it as closing the circuit of energy within the body to amp up and supercharge my own personal power with the intention of boosting my prayer. But again, this is not essential. The choice is yours. If you like to use the correct name of the angels, here are some of the more unusual ones for you to start with. Bethnael is the angel for travelers. Pray to him when you're making a physical journey. Hamael can be invoked whenever you need to appear calm and dignified, so try calling on him before your next job interview. Rochelle is the angel of lost property. Call on him when you're looking for your keys. And Hiel will help you when you wish to send blessings to someone to thank them for their help or kindness, which is a very kind and loving thing to do yourself. So pray a lot, pray daily. Ask for what you want and expect to receive it. You can make your prayers silently in your head. If it is inconvenient to state it out loud, it will still be effective. As for my prayer, the angels did come through for me, and I received that extra $100 a week for 6 out of the following 7 weeks, and in the most unexpected and wonderful ways. Ask for what you want and then open your arms. Get ready to receive. Now I want to talk about you getting on the fast track with your own spiritual growth. One way to do that is with attunements. Simply put, a spiritual attunement is a process or ceremony in which you are linked to a particular spiritual energy so that you may work with it. The link is lifelong. You will be connected to your chosen energy for this entire incarnation. For example, the well-known Reiki attunement connects you with a specific level of the universal love or Reiki energy. You're then able to channel and use Reiki to heal yourself and others. There are many different types of attunements out there. Attunements for love, for prosperity, for healing, for a deep connection to your higher self and kickstarting your intuition, and so on. An attunement to the angels will make it easier for you to connect with them and receive their healing and other blessings. Think of it as a power boost or fast track in your spiritual development. I often refer to it as the power pull for Pac-Man, for all you old school video gamers who remember the power surge Pac-Man got when he gobbled it up. Attunements have been a major part of my spiritual growth, and my life has transformed because of them. I can connect you to different spiritual energies too, all of which are loving and of the highest light. They will bring about real and substantial change in yourself and thus your life. I offer many different attunements, including my favourite, which is the Angel Light Initiation. This gives you a deep and lasting bond to the angels and has far-reaching effects in your spiritual development. For example, it was after receiving this attunement and working with the meditation, because that's key, that I had my first full-blown clairvoyant vision. It was amazing. I was lying on my bed following along with the meditation. I felt a vortex or spiraling sensation in my crown chakra, and then bam, I was flying in spirit down a New Zealand country road. It was so bright and clear and so very real. I was aware of my body lying on the bed, but it felt very far away. While I flew down this road, I was aware that I had no body here. I was pure spirit, the freedom. Wow, it was incredible. This happened at the start of my spiritual journey years ago, and the message for me in this vision was, I'm on my way, the journey has begun. I truly hope you can have a similar or even better experience yourself. You might want to kickstart your own intuitive and psychic gifts. The intuition and anorsis empowerment will do that for you. I was seeing a guy back in 2007, and the relationship was painful, to say the least. Not much caring or respect at all. As part of my journey at the time, I received the intuition and anorsis empowerment as a way of kickstarting my own psychic gifts. The day after the attunement, I went to the beach. It was on the trip home that I received my first big intuitive hit. Suddenly, in my mind's eye, I saw the symbol for the attunement, which is the all-seeing eye. It is basically an eye inside a pyramid. A pure, intense white laser light was shining from the center of this eye. I thought, wow, what's next? That night, I sat looking at my mobile phone, hoping the guy in question would text me, and then it happened. Suddenly, I knew with every fiber of my being that I would never hear from him again. I knew this on a soul level. It was deep and intense, and I felt peace knowing that I had my answer about this toxic relationship. That was the beginning of my claircognizant gift, which is my strongest gift today, and is a deep psychic knowing about the future, or even simply the truth of a matter. By the way, my newfound intuition was bang on the money. I never did hear from that guy again. You can begin your own path of growth and transformation now with my help. Today, I'm offering something very special to you. It's called the Chrysalis Club. You can click the big orange button to purchase your membership now. And I'll just take a little break. And just sharing the offer with you. And I'm not doing very well here. Excuse me one moment. Okay, so we're having a little technical glitch. I'm trying to share an offer with you. Sorry about the hold up, people. Just well, that doesn't seem to be working very well, and I really do apologize. So we'll just continue with the presentation. I want to give you the information that can help you. Okay, so we'll continue. Okay, so we'll continue. The Chrysalis Club is a monthly program where for a greatly reduced price you receive a different attunement every month in a virtual group meeting. You also get one-on-one time with me too in a 30-minute theta healing and card reading session every month. You can book this to suit your schedule on my easy-to-use online calendar. And finally, you get something extra special with your membership. At the start of every month, you'll be emailed an exclusive discount code which will give you 50% off every other product and service on my www.lisaallis.com website. This is worth the price of admission alone. I bet you're all wondering how much this costs right now. So if you were to buy these services individually, it would cost you US $174 for the attunement and the dip in the ocean session, let alone the discount code, which is virtually priceless. Today, I'm offering you the chance to join the club for just $97 per month on a monthly subscription. If you'll commit to working with me for 3 months, you'll see your life change and improve with the help of the angels. If you commit to 1 year at a 20% discount off the monthly price, that's your power pill for Pac-Man. Your change will be real and measurable. Your own psychic gifts will be kick-started. You will have a deep and lasting bond to the angels and your higher self. You can expect your life and your spiritual growth to blossom in the most magical and wonderful ways. Both the angels and I want to help you back to happiness. Click the big orange button now and step fully onto your spiritual path with the angels. The club meets for its first attunement next week, so join today and let the fun begin. Okay, so back again. Hello. Okay, so I'm sorry that big orange button didn't seem to work from my end, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable chat, and if someone would like to send me a little message, I'd be very grateful to see what questions you might have. I'm here to answer questions. Anything you want to know, just type it into your chat, and we can anything you want to know, angels, prayer, attunement, anything I can share today. I can see that we have a few people on the call. Some people I've met before. Others are new to this to my offerings. So if you would like to send me a message on chat, we can start the process. So basically, like I say, the Chrysalis Club is a group program. You get the monthly virtual group meeting, which is going to be an attunement, which will, kickstart your spiritual growth or take it further if you're already on that path. Angels, intuition, healing, higher self, attunements to all these things and more. But then you also get one-on-one time with me, and that is a one-on-one 30-minute dip in the ocean session, which is a combined session of theta healing and a card reading to uncover your issues, to heal your deepest blocks. And I think most of you on this call today have experienced at least one of my Connect with Creator sessions, and will know just how simple and easy the theta healing process is, but how effective it can be. It's theta healing is for those who don't remember or who want a refresher. It's a meditative process where I connect with Creator on the theta brainwave. I go up on the theta brainwave to the 7th plane, which is where Creator lives. There's nothing up there, no buildings, no objects, no people. It's just pure white light, pure love, and that's all that there is up there. And then I request or command Creator to heal the issue that needs healing, and he does so out of love. He will then show me a symbol that healing has taken place, and I come back down and I discuss this with the person, because as you're probably all aware, it can reveal more insight, deeper issues, a prediction for the future. It might be a totem that you need to work with who's coming through to help you. It might be a crystal you need to wear, a symbol that can give more insight. And then once I've shared that, it might reveal another issue which needs healing, and we'll work on that within your 30-minute session. This session is able to be booked through an easy-to-use online calendar, so you don't have to email me back and forth, trying to make it as less complicated for you. And then you also, once a month, you'll get the discount code, which is anything else you want. Maybe you want a 1-hour session with me. Well, you'll get it for US $57 with that discount code instead of US $117. A big saving if you want to go deeper, if there's a product you want to buy for a gift, a birthday, or coming up to Valentine's Day later in February, you've got access to that discount code, which will give you that as well. So any questions, anyone? Anything you'd like to know more about the club or about angels, prayer, theta healing? Anything I can share, just ask me, and I'm more than happy to talk with you today, anything you want to know. Okay, so like I say, one of my favorite tools is prayer. It's just like a hotline to the angels who carry the prayers up to source, and that's where the action happens. This is a tool I literally use every day. I mean, like each day I do say prayers for protection, and that's prayers to Archangel Michael. I hear angel of protection and strength for protection, spiritual, energetic, and physical protection throughout my day. For me, myself, my cat Fleur, for many of you know, I absolutely adore my little cat Fleur, and I protect her too. You can ask for protection for others. Obviously, if you have children, you'd ask for your protection for your children. Every day, start the shower, have a cup of coffee, say your protection prayers to Archangel Michael. It's really that simple. It literally takes a minute or two, and then you're covered. And it's sort of like you can go out into the world feeling a whole lot safer, knowing that you have his big blue cloak wrapped around you. The blue cloak of Archangel Michael is something which people are quite familiar with. He's famous for his deep blue cloak. It's actually an energetic cloak. It's blue energy. It's not a cloth cloak. He has an aura of deep blue energy around him, and this looks like a cloak, which is how that whole thing came about. Just for your interest, a little FYI, if you're interested in knowing that about Archangel Michael. Prayer is something I use very regularly. Like I say, protection prayers every day. Prayers for things I need and want. If I have a need for something, I'll stop and ask the angels. And sometimes I don't have time to clasp my hands together, or I'm out in the street or in a shop, and I just say it mentally in your head. I think it's sort of like that. Just do it. I mean, like, it's an amazing tool. The angels want to help us, but we have to ask. And just ask. They're waiting to help. They love to help us. The angels are pure love. That is their essence. They are pure love. And they just want us to be happy, to feel loved. So ask for that. Sometimes if life is tough and it seems like your prayers aren't being answered and you're finding it hard and a struggle, I've been getting some correspondence lately about this, people saying, I do ask the angels, but my prayers don't seem to be answered. Okay, so I've just got a message on chat. Oh, okay, so the group calls. Got a question here about how are the group calls done? Does it require phoning? Does it work on iPads? What I thought I'd do for the group calls was hold them through this portal, the one you're on now, Google Hangouts on air. So this is where I'll be holding them. I mean, like if you can see me now, if you can hear me, that's how the group call will take place. You'll receive the attunement as a group, and it's just as effective in a group. The angels are directing it to you just as powerfully as if you had it at one-on-one. There will be, it won't be sent via chi ball. It's done, and I'm just reaching across because I want to show you. It's done by a technique called using a proxy. Obviously, you're not physically present, so I use a symbol to represent the people on the call, and that is a bear, a teddy bear. This may seem childish and silly, but it is very effective. Anything would work. A small doll, just a physical form. So there are symbols for each attunement, and I place them on here where I would normally place them on the person if they were physically present. The angels take care of everything. They direct the energy, they activate the attunement, they make the spiritual connection, and it's just as powerful for you in a group setting as it is one-on-one. It's not done via chi ball. And you'll receive it on the webinar live. You'll be notified well in advance that the group attunement is coming up. It'll probably be held on the same part of the month every week, say the third Friday. I'm just confirming details. And intuition, yes, there will be an attunement for intuition. There was, for example, the one I mentioned in the presentation just before, the intuition and aneurysys empowerment. That was my first step on my intuitive journey. I had been intuitive prior to that. I think we all are. Naturally, we all have these gifts. But for some of us, they're buried very deep and they might never be uncovered because it would take a lot of work to uncover. For some people, it's a natural gift and they might be a natural psychic. For other people, it takes a little work and it can easily be developed. I was intuitive, but I didn't listen to my intuition. It wasn't coming through as strongly as it does today, so I didn't trust it. And now my strongest gift, as I say, is clear cognizance, and I just know things completely, utterly, with every fiber of my being. I'll know something. I'm also clairaudient and clairsentient to a lesser degree. That's psychic hearing and psychic feeling. I get feelings about things. You'll learn about your spiritual gifts, your intuitive gifts. You might be clairvoyant, you might have visions, you might see things. But there will be an attunement to kickstart and amp up your intuitive gifts. And then if we need to do anything to clear blocks, which is your other question, then that can be done in your one-on-one theta healing session with me. You get 30 minutes once a month included in the program. And we can work on any blocks you feel you might have. Now, the lady in question, I'm not going to mention names, but we have worked on a block for you with theta healing in the past. And you know just how effective it is. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, so that's great. If about it working on iPads, if you can see me now and hear me now, and you're on an iPad, then this will work for you too. Okay, so any other questions? Just send them on through. I'm more than happy to answer anything you want to know. Yes, so now there's actually just legions, as you're probably aware of the word, legions of angels just out there, thousands upon thousands, all with different skills, capabilities, and you could say interests. They direct their interests to certain areas. Like an angel I pray to give you another angel name, an angel I pray to for help when I'm reading the cards or doing any sort of intuitive reading is Pashar, P-A-S-C-H-A-R, and I pray to Pashar. Pashar, 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 please guide, aid and assist me with all divination I do today. Thank you. And that's a prayer. That's how simple it is. You don't have to have the names. Some people do like to have the names of angels. And I have offered workshops in the past with some useful angel names, but it's not essential. You can just say angels, angels, angels. If you're praying to more than one angel or you don't know the name of the angel, the perfect one will step forward anyway. They're not going to hold out on you. They want to help. And the perfect one will make themselves available if you just ask and give permission. Yes. Yes, so when it comes to learning about intuition, part of your theta healing and reading session is if you have any questions that come up during the month, we can work on the blocks in your theta healing session, but you've also got me available by email and and phone if you have any questions during the month. Something comes up for you, something interesting happens, you have an incredibly powerful dream that gives you insight. You can email me anytime. You can phone me on my Skype number, and that's just like ringing a phone. And I'm available to you. I mean, like, I'm here to help you on your journey, and you don't just get the group attunement and the theta session and then you don't hear from me for the rest of the month. If you need anything, just contact me, and I'm here to help. Okay. And as for your final part of your question, being too blocked and dense, well, blocks can be cleared. I think we both know that. And it's like, it might take a bit of work, but I mean, like, when I think of how I was to how I am now, I mean, my life was going like that. And it's like, with the help of the angels, and it did take work. I had to go through the attunement process. I had to do the prayers. It was me that did the work, but I got 1,000-fold back for the effort I put in, you know, from where my life is now to where it was back then. It's worth the effort. I mean, like, I'm not going to say that it's going to be like sitting in a chair and it will be all easy. You'll have to make the prayers. You'll have to give your permission and attend the attunement sessions. But if you do that, it's not a complicated thing. I just think of it like a bird flying back to the nest. It's that simple, natural, and easy when you're working with angels. They bear the burden. They've got much broader shoulders than we have. And if you're feeling stressed or life is tough, if you're feeling like your prayers aren't being answered, then just ask the angels for some comfort. They're there to do that too. It's obviously, for me, it's about getting results in your life with the help of the angels, but sometimes we need a little comfort. And I've actually had that once during a cord cutting session a few years ago. I was cutting cords, and then I felt a pair of invisible arms go around me from behind like that and give me a big hug. And it was like, wow, that was amazing. So the angels will give you comfort as well. Shamuel is a very good angel to pray to for comfort. He's the angel of divine love. And also Sandalphon. He will give you comfort as well. But your guardian angel, don't forget your guardian angel. They're there to help and support you with anything you need in your life's journey. And they've chosen to work with you, not through just this incarnation, but every incarnation you have on earth. Your guardian angel has chosen you as the one they want to work with. So they are always there for you. So don't forget your guardian angel. There are also your spirit guides. We have a huge spirit team helping us. You know, we have our spirit guides, we have our guardian angel, we have the angels and archangels. We also have our ancestors, those loved ones who've passed over, and they're on the other side, and wanting to help and guide us as well. It is always important when doing any sort of spiritual work to keep that critical faculty. If the advice you're getting doesn't sound good, or it sounds like, that may not be a good idea, then trust yourself. Trust your intuition, your own higher self, which is your spiritual self, and trust your connection with your intuitive gifts. Your intuition, or your inner teacher, because that's what the word intuition means, inner teacher, will guide you. With kickstarting it with attunements was what got me on the track to getting in touch with it again, and to getting good advice coming through again. And it's just like, if someone can be speaking to me, and if they give me some advice, and I think, no, I can trust it now, because it's like, I've got that connection, that spiritual connection. Okay, so does anyone else have any other questions? Okay. Okay, so I've actually held workshops in the past on angel names. If anyone's curious, that's something I have knowledge on and I can share. If you have an issue rise during the month that you're working with me in the Chrysalis Club, and you think, who's the angel for that? then just drop me an email and I'll email you back. I have some resources and some knowledge on angel names if you like the idea of praying to the right angel. For example, just thinking of a good angel that you could pray to. Well, like I say in the presentation I've just given, Rochelle, the angel of lost property. You can also pray to Shamuel. Shamuel, the archangel, is also good with lost things. And if you pray to saints, if you're inclined to pray to saints, Saint Anthony will also help you. I'm not so knowledgeable on the names of saints, but names of angels. If you want the right angel to pray to, then just drop me a line and I can email you back. That might be a good question to make a list, sort of like, well, what sort of things do I want help with? And then email me once a month. I'm more than happy to do that for you as well. Okay, so, someone just said they're enjoying the webinar. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to know that it makes a big difference. It is nice to feel appreciated, isn't it? And the lady in question gives me an enormous amount of help through a Facebook group we both belong to. So thank you for everything you do for me. I really appreciate your guidance on that group. Okay, so just thinking, what else can I share that would be useful to you? Something else which I'm going to be sharing. If you're aware of my Lisa's Metaphysical Minute, which is a weekly video tip, a spiritual video tip I send out to my email subscribers and also share through my Facebook page. That's just like a spiritual tip, just a little 2-minute, 3-minute video with something which is useful to you, which you can use or which you might like to know. And the Metaphysical Minute that I've been, one of my most popular ones was the one I actually did last week. And that was, wow, a lot of people are interested in this. And that was the names of 3 angels that will help you with prosperity. Financial issues are obviously a real biggie for a lot of people. And it's like, who's the right angel to pray to help me with money? As you're aware through my presentation, Raphael is an angel of healing and abundance. He will help you with money issues. But there's also something I'll share with you right now, because this is a fantastic prayer. And I just did it the day before yesterday. I do it once a month to help with keeping finances on track. And that is the prayer to the angels of abundance. Now, I'll share this through a Metaphysical Minute too. So it'll be on my YouTube channel in the video in the very near future, before Christmas, definitely. And that is, first of all, there's Archangel Barachiel. Barachiel, Barachiel. And he is a wonderful angel of abundance. And then there's also Gamaliel, Gamaliel. There's also Gadiel, Gadiel, and Pathiel, Pathiel. Now, there's a couple of more well-known angels also in this team, and they are Raziel, Raziel. He is well known as sort of like the keeper of secrets. And also Zadkiel, as I mentioned in the presentation, the angel of transmutation. He is Zadkiel. I'll put this all into a YouTube video, but you pray to Barachiel, Gamaliel, Gadiel, Pathiel, Raziel, and Zadkiel. And if you pray to them once a month, and the prayer I say, for example, if I were to pray to Barachiel, 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 I invoke your intercession. Barachiel, 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 I invoke your intercession. Barachiel, 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 I invoke your intercession. I ask for a financial miracle now. Thank you. And you go through that process with the name of each angel. It takes a couple of minutes, but it's well worth it. And you're sort of like got this incredibly powerful financial team of angels on your side for the upcoming months. Now, couple of names of angels I shared in that metaphysical minute, as I mentioned just before, were Barbelo, B-A-R-B-E-L-O, and Barbelo is a female angel. She is an angel of good luck and fortune. If you have these in your life, you should thank Barbelo. But if you don't have good luck and fortune in your life, then pray to Barbelo, and she will help you. So very useful angel there. So there's some angels for finances. That's the sorts of things that angel names can do. Angels do have specific duties, or rather you could say fields of interest. I mean, like I mentioned before, Pasha, he's interested in divination, so he lends his abilities to people who need his help with divining, with getting a clearer connection. Divination, like when I read the cards or do an intuitive reading. So Pasha will help you. Oh, someone found that useful. That's nice. That's great. Okay, so for you readers out there, Pasha is a great help for all you readers and intuitives who are on the call. There's lots that I share through my metaphysical minute, and that's totally free. That's sent out as a gift once a week, and you can join that through by joining my newsletter. I can follow up and send you a link, or you can visit my website www.lisaellis.com, LESAELLIS.com, and you'll find information. There'll be a box down the bottom in the footer on how to join my newsletter, which has obviously a monthly newsletter, but also the weekly metaphysical minute. Or you can check out my other YouTube channel. I'm migrating all the videos on there over to here because for some reason, when I first started doing this, I thought it would be a good idea to put all these spiritual videos on my personal YouTube channel, which has pictures of cats and music I liked when I was 18. So it's like, well, I'm going to change that. I'm going to migrate those videos over to this channel so that they're here on a more professional presence. And that will be strictly my spiritual stuff and maybe some other stuff, other content that I find useful out there that is of the highest light, because that's something we always have to be discerning about. And the technique I use to discern if something is of the highest light is muscle testing. For those of you who've had a theta session with me, a theta healing session, you'll know that we confirm whether the issue is healed or not by muscle testing. Many of you will be familiar with it, but muscle testing is basically where we use the strength of the muscles in the body to talk to the body to get yes/no answers about the body. It's sort of like you can ask questions like, is this food healthy for me? And the body will know because it's very intelligent about itself. So you can do the method I'll show you today. There's the standing sway test, which most of you will know from my theta healing sessions. This is also called the fingering method, and you go like that, and then you just test to make sure it's working. You say something which is true, like yes, and then your muscles strengthen because your aura strengthens when you say something which is true. So yes, and it's tight. Then you say something which is false and your muscles should weaken because your field weakens. So you say no, no. That's how it works. And it's like, believe me, you won't be able to hold your hands together. You can try and try, but if it's true, your muscles will be, your muscles will be strong and it'll hold. If it's weak, your muscles will it'll just fly apart like that. So I use yes/no answers by talking to the body to get answers about whether a connection is of the divine highest light. You can check that out with new people you're connecting with, new business partners, new potential friends, anything which is connected to you. So for example, you could say, check out a connection by saying, is this association of the highest light? Yes, no, and test it. And that's how we have to be discerning about the relationships we have. Because I just got a tip the other day that our income and our growth is determined by the 5 people we spend the most time with. It's the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. It doesn't mean Okay, just got a question. I'll just finish that statement and then I'll answer your question. So our income is determined as an average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Our associations are massively important. Who we choose and discern to spend our time with is massively important. So be particular. Test, is this association of the highest light? And if it's not good for you, then maybe you'd like to think, just stop and think. The choice is always yours. It's your life. You're in charge of it. You're in charge of who you hang out with, and just think carefully, because you're getting guidance from spirit and the angels and your higher self that maybe you need to think twice. Okay, so just answering your questions. Are there times when an angel you've asked for assistance might not want to assist for reasons known only to entities such as angels? How would you know? What signs might you receive? Okay, so an angel, sometimes we do pray. That brings up another question, another answer after that, but I'll just answer your immediate question. And that is, the angels want to help us, but sometimes it's not in our highest good. We can ask for things, but say it's sort of like a child saying, I want a sharp knife to play with. It might hurt us. So the angels won't help us, even though we're asking for that sharp knife, because it's going to hurt us, and they're not there to hurt us or to facilitate us hurting ourselves. The choice is ours, and sometimes things aren't in our divine blueprint, which is the plan for our life. And it's not at the highest light for us to have certain things, like a child saying, I want a box of matches to play with. So it's that type of thing. Apart from that, the angels they just want to help us. They're just waiting to leap in, but you have to ask. So when you're asking for something which is not in your highest good, well, again, you can ask either if you're intuitive, if you've already got your intuitive gifts, or if you're just at the beginning of developing them. You can if you've got your intuitive gifts in place, you can trust your intuition. You probably won't be asking the question anyway. You won't be asking for a sharp knife if you're intuitively connected, because you'll just know. But if you're just at the beginning and you're still learning to develop that, you can use muscle testing. Use that technique. Is it in my divine highest good to have this sharp knife? No, as you would expect. So the angels do want to help us, and they will help us, but they won't help us to hurt ourselves. I hope that answers your question. They also won't help you to hurt anyone else, which is pretty obvious, really, but I just thought I'd mention that. Okay, so coming up to the hour. Goodness, that time has just flown. This has been great fun. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Okay, so any final questions? And okay, so no more questions coming through. So I'm just going to say farewell and give you a blessing. And my blessing is Namaste. I wish you the very best. I bless you in your angelic connection, your happiness, and your joy.